What's good with you, good family? Hey, so look, listen. They just did this, what is it? iOS 26 upgrade? Oh my God. I'm talking about, I got the iPad 6 mini, right? You know what I'm saying? So, if you know what this is, what the iPad 6 mini really hits on, it hits. This is the one that's debatably one of the greatest iPads ever in the history of iPads. So, and of course, yeah, they just released the newest iPad. Look at this screen. And I'm not even gonna lie. The iPad is something that blows me away. Like when I think I'm gonna get rid of it, I end up not getting rid of it. And you know, camera quality and everything is always good. You know, getting on apps and surfing the web every now and then, it takes me a little second. You know, I guess I just uploaded it, so of course it's gonna have like issues. But I have noticed, I don't mind any of that. You know, I'm gonna tell you something about Facebook. I know this is not a review anyway. This was just me showing off what just happened with my brand new iPad. You know, seeing as I'm one of those people, I switched from an Apple phone to an Android phone. And let me tell you, my Samsung S25 is no pushover. But for one thing, I can say they did their thing by, you know, basically earlier this year, I wasn't able to actually, you know, like grow the screen on Instagram. Now it's basically like the screen on the iPad takes up the full thing. Like, is that my boy? That's my boy Nero. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is Instagram. You know, of course, you know, Instagram is Instagram. Whoever you get to see on my feed, look, listen. Follow this guy, he popping. That's Lemon Pepper Lou. You know what I'm saying? Follow him. You see it, Gennaro? Make sure you follow him. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check out, you know, my latest, you know, on my page. You just go through that and be like, boom, you know, click that one. Like I said, the camera quality on this mug has always been crazy.
The best way to build your success in anything.
Of course, I got some new shoes out. You can pre-order them right now if you're seeing this video. DM me directly and you can pre-order those shoes, you know. And right now I'm just running through like the basics of this app, you know, the basics of my iPad. You know, I kind of like, look, even they even got new apps, new ways to access your apps and everything. So of course, you know, gameplay on an iPad is like amazing anyway. So, you know, and nowadays I got like this gaming hub thing, and I'm addicted to video games anyway. So I'm gonna let you know right now, I play video games. Wasn't really aware that, you know, I like this game, Dust of Dragons. You know, I mainly like it. I haven't really even logged into it in a second. I need to get me what you call a freaking hold on, you guys, I forgot my passcode for 3 seconds. Dum 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 dum. Okay, I'm back. All right, so this is obviously Dusk of Dragons, you know, which I don't know why they didn't call it Dusk of the Dragon, but that's nothing to do with me. It is a dope game. It is a nice game. You should play it. It's got good graphics. You get to get dragons, and from what I know, I have at least 3 dragons right now. I'm working on getting, well, on this one, on my Android, I got like 4 dragons. I'm not gonna tell you, I got like 5 dragons on my Android phone. Like, but I got like so much more stuff going on this one, you know, so, you know, and a lot of times it is auto, and yes, undead hordes do come for you. They will come for you, and, you know, they will more than likely kill you. I just was showing you a brief breakdown of the game. This is my older character, you know what I'm saying? Boom, I'm going to tap out of that real quick. So, you know, this is a shortly edited video, you know, and then I just like how my multitask screen is set up all the time. Like, it's always set up to be so nice. You know, it's got like different ways, different functions, you know. I actually love it. I like making my videos like natural. I'm going to get into it because I actually got to get a tripod, but I need a car and I need a bunch of other things. Above all other things, I need life itself to be smooth. And there is. Look, listen, all in all, I even run my business off of this. Like, you know, of course I don't got, you know, I'm working on dropping these numbers up. if you actually get to see them. This is my big cartel. I was thinking about changing to Squarespace. You know, I remember somebody was like, do you put your whole life on YouTube? No, I just put what I want on YouTube when I want to put on YouTube, when I want to do this, you know. And then, you know, they got this preview app. I guess previews helps you preview, you know, pretty much everything. These are all of my art pieces, as well as, like, you know, recent. This thing stepped its game all the way up, because now I can look at recent photos, preview things, preview recent photos. You know, that's like back in the day of a friend who did a photo shoot of someone. You know, it's fire concepts. I did the BTS. Yeah, this is the new preview browser. So, you know, you get to basically preview all of the files within the iPad. Excuse me for dropping it away, you know, whenever I'm doing extra different stuff. Folks are asking me how am I doing all of the edits on my Instagram. Well, this is how I do the edits on my Instagram for the most parts. Edits has an automation feature to where, you know, you can basically automate it and bring it to life in so many different ways. You know, that's one of my art pieces. You know, you can also purchase that art piece. DM me. I'm probably gonna try to charge you like $200, but we'll work something out. Anyway, that's it, you know. And that's it, folks. You know what? I'm gonna kill it right now in 2025 with this device being like very, very affordable, between $100 and $200, depending on where you buy it, refurbished or reused, or however you want to say it. This device is still a piece of work. It's still like one of the best tablets out. It's low-key still a mini laptop. I don't care what nobody says. I can make music on this thing. I can make music, edit videos, nice quality. You know, it's kind of like you got to do it yourself. People make miracles on tablets, and I mean Android tablets. So if you can make a miracle on an Android tablet, imagine the magic you can do on an iPad. You know, not to mention this guy, iPad 6 mini, you know what I mean? She fire, you know what I mean? Excuse the pause. You know, you guys enjoy your day. Have your best life ever. You know, I mean, I'm gonna get back with you. So now, can we finally talk about it? Like, I finally want to talk about it. That's why I said this isn't an actual, you know, review per se. It's not a review per se. This is more like, you know, a judgment video. And not even a judgment video. It's more like, every time I go on Instagram, all I see is like Sports Illustrated models, like basically like that, or not even necessarily the Sports Illustrated. You remember when we used to watch the Playboy? We used to get those magazines with half naked women on them and shit like that. It's like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is that. It's like, and then they'll pay these women to like degrade themselves and turn up the competition within, you know, social media, because I guess most of the guys be like, well, you need to see half naked women to inspire you to do great things. I don't really agree with that. I actually just be like, I'm tired, and I've been working because it kind of like, what is it, soposexual or whatever. It kind of like, it promotes the sale of sex, and then when like you step out of yourself, it's like you're in the wrong. And this is a world where we're all trying to resist our inner temptations to find our greatest version. And I feel like most of us are so ignorant, it's like you've been programmed with ignorance. Like, you let the worst of times do the worst things to you. Like, it's like, yo, you went through this, and instead of you letting this make you a better character and a better person, you let this run sack on your character and turn you into exactly the monster that, you know, you were trying to get away from. And I say monster because, you know, you got these quote unquote hoes out here and thoughts who, you know, took a situation, and instead of utilizing that situation to build a stronger character and running away from those said sins and temptations, they fully embrace them. And then not only do they fully embrace them, they press them onto their kids and their loved ones every time they make a post. So every time they go outside and they dress half naked, ass cheeks out, titties out, they pressing. It's like they're fishing. That's what we say. Fishing. You're fishing. Now, I know Brother Rashad Jamal, he did a segment on this, and he was like getting into it of how like this is supposed to be like a distraction or whatever, or, you know, to me it's just plain ignorance. Like, you could call it a distraction, and I know it's a lot of other teachers, you know, a lot of other my brothers that's out here, and a lot of other guys out here pointing it out in their own way. You know, they're making it make sense. You know, me myself, I come from, you know, an experimental product of environment is to where I thought through everything I was doing for some reason. I felt like it was something I had to experience. I had to join the gang. I had to learn that this could have been the path for me, or it may not be the path for me. I had to learn the reasons why other kids would do it. Maybe they don't have families. Maybe, you know, maybe they have a family, but the family ain't showing them no love type stuff. So they end up joining a gang, a city gang or a neighborhood gang, so they could, like, you know, feel more accepted in life. And it's the same thing with like so-called strippers. They really do it for money. They feel like that's the only way for them to get some money, and it transcends and goes over into social media to where now they feel like, well, shoot, I was getting money showing my ass titties, why not do it on here? They'll give me money for that anywhere. And technically they're right, until, you know, like different apps and social media platforms put more bans on it and tell you, like, yo, you can't be on here twerking, you can't show ass, you can't show this. If we do this, we're gonna da 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 da. They do it with the smoking, and whenever people are like, you show a little bit of weed in there, they might bar your shit. You might not even get no views for that, and they'll be like, yo, that's weed. It'd be different if I was like smoking crack, or I took my shirt off or something, or if I was a female with titties and let them things hang out on TV, on screen. But most people, they'll just watch it. They'll censor it and they'll watch it, which, you know, broadens and puts even more of a magnifying glass on how sick we are as people. Not all of us. Some of us aren't. Some of us are actually people. We're decent human beings, and we see the wrongs in it. We see the injustice in it, and we also see the beauty in wanting to express yourself. Now, there are levels to this. It's like in events where, you know, we're there to express ourselves. That's what you're going to do. Or if you go somewhere in private, you know, like that exists. Go somewhere in private, and, you know, you want to get naked or something, like you at a nude beach, and, you know, give thanks to the universe for how beautiful your body is. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you actually, and now I know what I just said technically might not make sense to a lot of people because you're not strong enough. People are not strong enough to resist their temptations sometimes, and because of that, we're going to say what we have to say. We're going to say what's on our mind. We're going to air our opinion. 2 cents. You know what I mean? This was me giving my 2 cents. It's not. Most women will probably be like, he thirsty, he just mad because he a broke boy with no bitch. No, I'm not mad at anything. I'm really cool. Like, I'm actually cool. Don't get me wrong. I could use a real woman in my life. A real woman, not a bitch. Not a bitch. A real woman in my life. A real one who knows herself. She knows she bad. She know I'm handsome. She knows she for me, and I know she for her. I mean, I know she knows she's for me, and I know I'm for her. Basically, it's hot outside. Y'all gotta. Once it gets so hot. Certain hot, me sitting in the shade, my brain waves run together. It's frequencies and vibrations. I just watched Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about how we could possibly live in a black hole, and all my mind did was say, we do. We absolutely live within a black hole. This is the universe. It won't make sense, but it makes sense. You shouldn't even worry about it. You should just do your own research and enjoy your life. It's better that way. You know what I'm saying? But if we're going to think about it, it's women out here getting their kids to hold the camera, and you just showing your daughter a better way to be you, or another way to be you. And most of the time when things happen and we find ourselves in those situations to where people are calling us hoes, thots, gangsters, and everything else that belittles or betrays us as not cool as people, or stereotypes of us as people, we only have ourselves to blame. Like, you know. And yeah, in these times, 2025, I hope you have somebody to love you genuinely. You have loved ones. You're surrounded by love. I hope you genuinely know that you are loved. Like God love you if don't nobody else don't. You know what I'm saying? Because if don't nobody else do, I mean, because you still here, you still breathing. And I hope this message finds whoever it finds in good timing. And for everybody else, I love y'all, man. Y'all stay up, keep making that content. You know, I don't got no problem with asses shaking. I'm going to keep looking. But I'm just saying, like, I think you should do better and just, you know, come up with different content, or just keep going, because I'm gonna keep looking. You take that offline, and, you know, I don't have any asses to watch because I don't go to strip clubs. So, you know, I'm just pointing that out. And like I said, we're all crazy. It's dismissive. We're human. Like, as long as we go on, it's gonna get bolder. The gloves are gonna come off. It's like each year the filter gets worse and worse, and people do dumber and dumber shit to gain attention. I ain't gonna lie. I sing. I always wanted to be famous. I paint too. I knew that being famous was one of the only ways to actually get my brand, my fashion, my voice, and everything else out there. So honestly, I was born to want to be famous. I wasn't born to want to work anywhere. I'm working. I work jobs. But I still continue to sing. And for everybody else that's doing their thing, you know, I want you to continue to sing. Like, if you, I mean, it's not even about you being a singer. Like, Be creative, because God made you creative. God did that to you on purpose, so you never have to want or need for anything. You don't need entertainment if you are the entertainment, which means you are the life of the party. You guys stay up.